Jesus called the shots ahead of time. He said in advance, I'm going up to Jerusalem, they're going to kill me, and then 3 days after that, after I've been in the grave, I'm coming forth again. Right, nobody believed him on both sides. You read the account, nobody believed him. He went up to Jerusalem. The religious leaders took him. He went through 7 trials, monkey trials. He was crucified on a cross. A spear was put through his side. The blood and water came out. He was taken down off of the cross. He was pronounced dead. He was wrapped in cloth, the Jewish cloth, and inside every layer of the cloth they put spices to the tune of 75 pounds of spices, just like a mummy. Then they took that body all wrapped up and they put it into a tomb. And then they sealed the tomb. And Jesus was pronounced dead and he was gone. And yet, just a few days later, those crazy disciples that had run when Jesus was crucified were standing in that very town that had watched him murdered, and they were saying, listen, Jesus is alive. He's the Messiah. You killed God's Messiah, and you need to accept Christ as your Savior. He's the one that God sent. And they believed him, to the tune of 3,000 at one meeting and 5,000 more in the same city at another meeting. How did they get away with that? Why did people believe? There are 2 facts that nobody can explain. One is the empty tomb. Empty tomb. They couldn't have been preaching that Jesus was alive if you could walk 2 blocks over to the tomb where he was buried and his body was still there, right? I mean, that would have been too easy to disprove. What happened to the body? What happened to the body? What do you think happened to the body? That is something that has to be explained. Something happened to the body, and we know that the body wasn't there. The tomb was empty. But just a few weeks later, the disciples were standing in the very city of Jerusalem, and they said, the answer to the riddle of what happened to the body is Jesus rose from the dead. He appeared to us. We believe it. We don't care if you kill us. Here we are. That's what changed the disciples. That's the only thing that makes logical sense. The second thing that you have to explain are the people that said that they saw Jesus alive after he was crucified. Paul says there were more than 500 people at one time that saw Jesus. In other accounts, you can find 10 different times that Jesus appeared to different people along the way. Now, what is the theory that accounts for what these people were saying? The main theory today of what was happening was hallucination. These people were hallucinating. That is, that they were imagining something as if they were seeing it, but there really wasn't anything there. They were just imagining it. Now, in group psychology and depth psychology today, we know a couple things about hallucinations. Number one, we know that if one person here is having a vision and the other person is having a vision, most likely they're not having the same vision at the same time. You don't have stereo vision. Okay? Because it comes out of your subconscious. It comes from your background. And so you're not going to have the same vision. Secondly, it is among people that expect it to take place. For example, if one of the accounts said that Peter and John and James were with Mary and the other women, and they were in this off the way home, little hut, and they had all the blinds shut, the door locked, and they were all sitting around, and it was dark inside there, and this is one of the places that Jesus hung out before. And the fact is, while they were sitting there, the candle was kind of glowing, and all of a sudden the wind kind of blew up and the drapes went up and the candle went out, and all of a sudden Mary says, oh, I see Jesus, I see Jesus. Peter says, yeah, there he is. Now see, that would be a little bit of a problem for me, wouldn't it, for you? You see, they had to be expecting it. They had to be in one of those spots where Jesus was near and dear to them before. And if that was the case, then we'd have a big problem. Maybe they were hallucinating. But where did Jesus show up? Where did Jesus appear? It wasn't in those kind of places. It was on a busy road to the city of Emmaus. It was down at the beach in the morning. He had lunch with the guys a couple of times. He appeared on the top of a mountain to 500 people. The hallucinations took place in spots where hallucinations do not take place. Think of the 500 people that saw Jesus at one time. If those people were hallucinating, then you have to say there's such a thing as group hallucination. 500 people all tuned into the same vision. No. They were eyewitnesses, and this is what changed their life. Changed their life.